So today I wanted to upgrade my T61 or just change the thermal paste, I'm not sure, to use it as another server unit. And this is it has 2 gigs of RAM. This is the DR2, and when I had it, it only had one gig, but the RAM was like weirdly broken, so I just put in these 2 Linux sodium little RAM, and I started to remove the touchpad, which was actually really easy to do because Lenovo, they still do make good ThinkPads, I believe, but the old one, this one is from 2007, around 2006, it's easily swappable, and I'm not sure how expensive the parts are, but you can see that these little cables, flex cables, they're not as annoying as the cheap, crappy laptops we have today. It's really replacement friendly, to say the least. But I've already seen this part. I've never seen what's behind the keyboard, and that's the hard drive slot. It says 2000. Is it 2008? I believe it's older than that. You have a lot of product numbers. The camera's terrible, I'm sorry. And this is the drive that came with it. It's 160 gigs. Momentous 5400.6. I'm not sure what that means. And I believe the date says 2010. 10 in the beginning. I really have no idea. This is not new old stock. It was owned by someone before, so I'm not sure. But I believe I've already introduced this one. It has another slot for another drive. There's a CD DVD burner or reader, and let's see what's behind the keyboard. So this keyboard, I mean, this whole computer is kind of unique in its replaceability. This is at the time, it was a high-class, business class model. It was used for like for people who work in businesses, trade, sales, whatever, maybe IT. See how easy it is to just pull the caps off and just put a new tactile thingy. But this, you can still use the mouse even if the tactile is fucked, because now it's like one block. You have to change everything. If this little thingy died, then you can just replace it, I believe. Or you have to replace, this is part of the keyboard, but it's an easy replacement like this. What is it? Just 2 stupid buttons. If I had access to the PCB that's behind it, that's easy to replace, so that's not really. But I mean, the keyboard's not attached to anything. It's not like a whole brick. And so far it's kind of easy to just put things back, and you go back there. You have some, I'm not really sure how you put it back though. You like slide it. It's like, yeah, you slide it in. Okay. A middle click. And so this is actually the keyboard. That's the cable that's connected to it. And once again, it's these little easy to remove tabs. There you go. I'm not used to this kind of things. I haven't seen these besides like an iPhone I had to work on. So tabs, I can see these sometimes in phone for cameras or something, but never on laptops. It's always the little closing little heads, those little closing heads. I believe there's nothing here. The fan is not that dirty, but I'll vacuum it a bit though. This is where the GPU north bridge would be, I believe. This is definitely the CPU. And there's these, that would be the south bridge. Might be saying bullshit for this one, I don't know. And that's the CMOS battery, I believe. The big sticker and coating on it, I believe that's what it is. Lithium battery with the whole warning. Okay. The buttons. It's a little metal plate that works. Kinda. And here you can see 2006. Yeah, that's a 6. The product number. This is the CD reader. Can I see the date? It's 2008. The guy replaced it? Or is that an 8? That would be surprising, but not really, because Lenovo got, you know, bought by IBM somehow. But before, you could see versions of this model with the IBM logo on it, the 3 colored letters. So that would not be surprising if it's older than I think it is, but this is the Wi-Fi card. Or this is the Wi-Fi. What the fuck is that? What is that? Because these have definitely an antenna. These two. Maybe that's for the Ethernet. Yeah, because you have 2 Ethernet slots. What is this one? It goes there. Yeah, it's for the Ethernet, because we're right into there. 1 cable for each. Alright, well, I believe there's not much to do other than unscrew these and see what's in there. So, I finally managed to remove the heatsink, copper wire arrangement, copper pipes, and this one is a little bit distorted. For the south bridge, it's kind of fucked. I'm gonna have to try and align it again. And you can see that this glue is a little bit dirty from dust, but besides that, it's quickly clean. Of course, as expected, the paste dried out. Well, this one didn't too much, but this one dried out for the main CPU. It dried like decades ago, so this is a Centrino, supposedly, which I'm gonna try and get. So the die, there they have some kind of mask for maybe protecting other components from the heat residue, and this would be your north bridge, and south bridge is here, protected by the CMOS battery and this plastic thingy. So yeah, this would be the left speaker. The other one isn't touched because I didn't need to move it around, but there it is. And so we figured out that this was for the Ethernet. This is for the Wi-Fi card. You got the RAM. This is one disk slot, other disk slot, DVD reader, and this is where the fan goes. And this is the whole shebang for the. This is the screen connector, and the power connector is right there, which I need to buy a new battery for. But right now, let's try and see what CPU we have. Right now, I believe it says like 2000, because I'm upside down. Hang on. So here's the CPU. It's a T6100, and it says here 06. So this is the main. This is the furnished by factory CPU they gave, and I believe that's the Centrino they've been talking about, but I'm not familiar with this one. So it's this kind of, you know, kind of bad, but it would work for a server. This is absolute garbage, of course, but this was mostly aimed for businesses, so you got some not too cheap guy for the time. Now it's way different. Alright, right now that we've took a good look at it, I'm gonna clean it up, and hopefully this camera is gonna stop being absolutely fucking useless. Alright, I got most of all the old grease thermal paste off. This is not my bestest job, but this is what it's gonna be for now. These two are cleaned, and you can actually see that the dyes in this one too. There's a bit onto the between the bezel and the dye, but I don't really care. Oh, you can see my infrared signal of my phone on the dye. That's actually really cool. You can't see it on the screen, but you can see it on the dye. What about this one? Yep. That's actually pretty cool. I've never noticed you could see through them. Alright. And now all I'm gonna do is apply some thermal paste, which I should have over there. Where is it? Oh, there's one. I got some Cooler Master. I'm not sure. This one's old. I have a ton. This is the one I use for the. I mainly use. This is the one I actually buy. That's the Noctua in TH1. It's really good. Their wipes are good too. Arctic Silver is very good too. I'm gonna use this one, Arctic Silver 3. These two ones are the best, I'd say. So let's go with the Arctic 3, and let's reapply some thermal paste, and let's have an actual camera that actually focus. So this one is kind of old. I hope it didn't dry up. There you go. Let's see. So there's no real heatsink other than the copper pipes, I mean. I'm putting it straight up on the die, and this is about how much I use. Don't scrape the die with the thermal. I don't care. It's gonna be just enough. I'm gonna put the cap back on. One-handed repairs are impossible, by the way. Tried it, and it's possible, but what a pain in the ass it is. And I'm actually gonna use the flash, because can we focus on something? God damn it. Does this camera have ADHD? Can we do anything with it? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try like a few sequences of me one-handed doing shit the wrong way, just so I can get some soul into this video, because that's kind of bad, and that's not happening. I need both of my hands for this shit. There, our guy is somewhat placed now, so that, see how this is maintained by this thing, which should go right here. It has a screw that maintains it down, and Does it actually do anything? Yeah, you can see it's spreading. So I'm gonna be careful, especially with the copper pipes. These are mounted onto strings. They're string-loaded screws, so they fucking went everywhere when I tried to remove them. Basically, it's those ones, the larger, the longer ones, and that's for the main CPU. That's not really entertaining to see even in action. You know, just putting screws and fucking threads. It's not entertaining. You need entertainment. We need fun. And we need results. And I don't remember having to put a screw here. There's this little bracket that goes over there. Supposedly somewhere over there. I wasn't even considering putting it back. It's basically just for cable management, but I don't go in there that often, and it's not really a problem. Okay, so now we gotta this is the bezel for the speaker and a whole lot of stuff, so it's gonna wait for now. We're gonna just plug back everything we need to plug back, such as this, well, the speaker. And to do that, it actually goes there. Okay. Alright. It goes... That's so annoying with one hand. Alright, speaker's back on, as you can see. Now I gotta plug it back and plug back its friends. So this is actually connected to the other speaker onto one port, cable, whatever. It's for the Ethernet, and it's right underneath that. Is there anything I can show you? This is the tiniest fucking cable, so this is gonna actually come in handy, because, well, it's not going everywhere. There you go, this one's plugged in. You can't see anything, this is impossible to film straight. I could zoom in, show you me plugging a cable into a motherboard. God damn it. Are you ready for this exciting experience? This is how bored I am. And this is how inaccurate I am at using the viewfinder. God damn it, this is actually frustrating to watch, let me tell you. Hang on, am I retarded? I might just be retarded. Hang on. Alright, that was just impossible to do on video. So these are plugged back in, and what else is there to connect? Plug this in as I can. This is for the... Okay, so I'm gonna have to put the metal thingy back, and you see, you have two little teeth, this little indentation. You just put that some fucking how on it, so it just aligns, and it's gonna keep it down. See how it keeps it down? And then I believe there's something else I need to put on there, which is actually the thing that I thought I didn't need, but now I understand. And it's gonna be placed like that, right there. Alright, here goes another video, because I keep on getting out of, I don't know, keeps on crashing. I'm gonna have to put a screw back onto there. I almost forgot that one, and there too. Gotta replug in the keyboard and touchpad, and that'll be it. And this is the cover for the hard drive. That's the other one. I don't know why they secured. Yeah, of course they secured one at least. Okay. And that's how it looks pretty much. I don't even know if I can upgrade the RAM on this thing. I'm not sure. I think it's at its max. I'm not gonna switch CPUs. I haven't done too much research on the CPUs, but I'll take a look. Alright, I'm finishing this and I'll test it out. Alright, now everything is pretty much rebuilded. I don't know why the bezel fucking lifts up like that. This does not have a battery, so before I do something stupid, let's look for the charger. Okay, so now I plugged it into its charger. There it is. See if it boots. Oh, turns on. That's good. Alright. And I believe I have Linux Mint installed on it. I don't know. I don't really know what's on this computer, to be honest. I've used it for Lyrex. A TPM chip there is Linux Mint. Alright. So, we changed the thermal paste. Both thermal paste, and I checked the RAM because I thought that I couldn't remember for the life of me if I had changed it or not, and apparently I did, so that's good. It's gonna take a few minutes to boot though, because it's kind of crappy, kind of slow. It has 2 gigs of RAM, and the hard drive most likely fails a lot. I didn't replace it. I didn't even test it. But it's assured to be working. To which extent, I don't really know. So I'm gonna have to rescrew everything in. I'd like to show you Linux Mint before. It's gonna take a couple minutes. And I really fucked up the what the fuck? Why is it so badly mounted? What did I do, in fact? See it? Okay, the touchpad works. The buttons, they don't work, but that could be my OS fucking up. Oh no, I'm just so dumb. This keyboard is tricky to use. These are the real... Yeah, see, they work. It's working. It's just a bit weird and super slow to boot, but it's there. Alright, now I gotta fuck with the bezel and just try to make it work. I mean, screw everything back on. It's gonna be a wrestling match. Alright. Hope you enjoyed this video, however. And thank you for watching. So now that I managed to boot, I can actually show you everything. So it has a dual core duo T6100 at 1.80 gigahertz. So it's not gonna be enough for what I want to do with it. I'm gonna try to see if my motherboard can actually because it's a socketed one, which is cool because it's not soldered on. I can still upgrade it, I believe. I'm gonna change the RAM for sure. I believe this can go up to 8 gigs. So I'm gonna try and add some and change the CPU if I'm actually able to do that. So this is gonna be a longer video than I thought. I wanted to upgrade some components on this T61. Meaning my dual core, which is if I can remember, a T7100. That's a socket P CPU, of course, because it's on like an old computer from 2007, and it's not that expensive to change. I wanted to have like the T9000 something, I believe, and I wanted to go from 4 gigs to 8 gigs maximum. I've read like this as a maximum of 4 gigs. Right now I have 2. and I believe you can go up to 8 gigs, but the DDR2, like, I've never seen no 4 gigs DDR2 so dim, so I believe they're very special or really rare, or I misled somewhere. But anyways, in order to upgrade my CPU, I have to install a new BIOS that's called Middleton. And to do that, I'm gonna have to switch to Windows 7 because I was on Mint, and my BIOS is kind of weird, and Mint would crash, and I couldn't remember my password, and it was just very annoying. So I'm gonna switch to Windows 7. But I have some problems with my BIOS, which I've never really understood. And everything's locked up, so I'm gonna try and find a way to actually be able to, install Windows 7, because it can't install it on my drive. So right now I'm trying to use an SSD. I'm gonna try it with a blank hard drive, like this one. This is the one that was in it, and this is hopefully a blank one. Because I think there's like this motherboard as is does not support SSD technology and won't boot or install any OS on, so I believe I'm gonna have to try multiple different types of installations. But for now, let's try and unlock this goddamn BIOS. Okay, so as I said, I'm gonna try with the this hard drive. I believe there's nothing installed on it. So this is a SATA 3.5 hard drive, and so it's gonna reboot because I swapped disks. Let's see if it's more inclined to work on a hard drive, because so right now it does not even recognize my disk. That means which is annoying. Hang on. Here's another disk. This was the old one. And now it's doing something. Oh, it's booting on Mint. Okay, so that's good, but that's because I cannot change the boot order, since my BIOS is just, I don't know, bricked. I've never had that problem, even when going from UEFI to the other one I can't remember the name of. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to wipe the drive and then put it back on there. Or is it just because this one's broken? I don't know. Because, okay, SSD, yeah, I know there's like a weird problem with SSD drives, because it's kind of old. And you can make it work, but see if it's gonna boot. I don't see the indicator. It's not recognizing the disk, so I believe my disk is I don't even know if this shit is formatted or if. Okay, let's not try this one. It's a false negative. I'm gonna wipe this down. How are we gonna do this? Yeah, I'm gonna put this on my station, and I'm gonna wipe it. And I'm gonna try and do something. I wanted to recover the data on it, because I believe there's a handful of funny things, but for now that's what I'm gonna do, because it won't boot on it. And I don't think there is any other drives I can use to boot. Okay, well, I'm gonna try this. Oh, that's an interesting one. I've never seen this. Like, I erased my disk like shit, and now the grub is just grub. Okay, we're getting some surprises with this one. Holy shit. And this one doesn't even fucking get recognized on any computer. I think it's just done for. I mean, it does get recognized here, but it won't start up on this one. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. And it's fully wiped, yet it feels like there is like an XT4 fucking partition inside. There's nothing in it. It's NTFS and that's all. And there's nothing in it. But grub it is. So right now what I'm doing is that I wrote a Windows XP ISO onto a disk because it wouldn't recognize my flash drive, or not my flash drive but my hard drive, and I just couldn't get Mint out of it for some reason. And I'm being kind of busy. I don't want to spend all day doing this, which I have. So CD it is, and I've never really installed an OS with a CD because I'm a bit young. I've always used flash drives, and I don't think I've actually ever installed Windows XP. I've installed Windows 3.1 and Windows 7. I tried Longhorn, which was ridiculous, but never XP. And you can actually hear the drive. It's extremely loud, but that's because it's what's booting. Alright. So I don't know if it's specific to CD installs, but we're gonna try and do that. F8 for agreeing. I agree, I totally do. So, right now it's recognizing my disks. What is that? Oh, this is my... Is it... Well... Yeah, an error occurred, yeah, because the drive is not recognized, which is extremely annoying. It's right there. And it wants so bad to boot onto Mint. So right now I'm erasing my disk fully. And all of my partitions manually because they fuck everything up. I don't know, but everything is gonna be clean in like an hour. And yeah. Alright, fully erased my disk. So now let's try it again. Now, do we get anything new? Anything really? I just want this drive to stop being absolutely annoying. So it's gonna boot onto Windows XP startup. Yeah, let's do it now for fuck's sake. Did not find any hard drive installed. Yeah. Let's try something else for the last time. So now I'm at this stage where it's pissing me off greatly. Yeah, let's not do something stupid though. I've wiped that thing like 6 times already with different tools. I tried to install 7. It wouldn't recognize for the life of it the fucking disk, and it would boot on Mint. So I put it on a CD and it recognized it, but now the disk is wiped, doesn't boot on Mint, but doesn't get recognized whatsoever. So they are, I don't really know what to do. Like, I'm kinda done, honestly. Let's try it with the other HDD, the 1TB one that's not even wiped. Will it do something else? I can hear the CD struggling. I mean the DVD burner. Alright, now let's wait for another 5 minutes so that it stops loading all this bullcrap and asks me for my drive. Alright, moment of truth. And it's gonna fail, let me tell you. Yeah, it's gonna fail. Did not find the hard drive installed in your computer. Alright, so apparently there is no way to access BIOS now. I tried to reset it by removing the cell battery, and it did reset it, but I still have, now I have to enter a password to access BIOS. This is extreme bullshit since I managed to install Mint on it, and now we just couldn't boot on any hard drive whatsoever, only USB keys. So I'm fucked, pretty much. I'm gonna try one last attempt from a live USB, if I can even do it now, because I don't know how fucked I am. But if not, then I have two options. One, buy a new motherboard, which is gonna be costly and it's gonna piss me off, because I paid it. This was basically free when I got it, and it worked. Or electronically reprogram the BIOS chip, or get the password through a software that I barely use. Like, I know it exists, but I don't have the knowledge to use it, I think. It's gonna be more hustle and time wasting than anything, so I'll try with the live USB method. Then if I can't, then we're gonna have to wait for me to have a stable electronic environment to do stuff, because right now it's not possible. It's a lot of time consumption, and right now I'm too much under stress to do anything, so I'm just gonna try the live USB method. If nothing works, then we'll have to wait for another video update on this thing. So just to show you how RiskTux works, it has this app that's called RiskApp. It's their main downloading point. Well, you can pretty much tweak anything you want to repair your grub or your boot system. You can even fuck with passwords and, well, your OS, basically. I've never really tried it, and there's not what I'm looking for now, but I just wanted to try it out since I had to use a live OS. And here it gives you some very good tools that I use on a daily basis, such as this disk. PhotoRec is basically more used for files rather than partitions, and I think it has a GUI where this disk doesn't have it. And you have QPhotoRec, or maybe QPhotoRec is the... Anyways, I use Gparted, that's based on, well, Linux. That's where I've discovered it. It's very good. It helps you see correctly how your disk is made and assembled of. And you have other little updates. You can update your grub menus, for example, and you could just run it. Well, for me it's not gonna work, but I will give you an example. So this is my my grub file? No. Oh no, that's the partition I'm installed on. Okay. And yeah, well, it didn't work since I'm on a live drive, so I'm assuming it didn't work very well because of that. But what I wanted to do was install Middleton, so let's try this again. Okay, I couldn't use any command for some reason. Yeah, because that's the thing that, well, allows me to install stuff basically, and it's not working very well. I already had a problem with this on Kubuntu, and it just pissed me off. I reinstalled the OS because I'm lazy. I'm trying to fix it. The thing is, Oh, there's no space. Well, yeah, you're a live distribution on a fucking flash drive. Of course there's not enough fucking space. Fucking dumbass fucking bullshit. That's really fucking annoying. That's annoying. I'm annoyed now. I'm just annoyed. I'm pissed. Like, we're this close to install this stupid bullshit fucking piece of shit, and I keep getting unlucky like always. Like, I can't. That's just a cocktail to piss me off. That's just made to fucking piss me off. Like, why? I can't access my, cause I try, just to fucking put it on a USB flash drive, but I can't access it. I can't access that shit. It's undeparted. It's recognized, yet I can't access it. Is this because I'm in FAT32? That can be, because I'm running on FAT32, so I don't understand how it doesn't fucking recognize anything I have. Let's format it to X4. Let's do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Because I cannot mount it, and I cannot access the inside. So it's actually pissing me off. I'm gonna try another ISO again, and if it doesn't work, then I'm not sure what to do. Because it won't boot on, like, I can't install Windows ISOs for some fucking reason. I cannot install anything on a hard drive. Everything's bricked up. Thank you, fucking password secure bullshit fucking BIOS. And I'm sure that there is a way to do that, and I'm sure it has something to do with typing in 100 fucking command lines. But I'm running on just pure anger right now. Like, I should have just leave it on Linux Mint and just do my thing. I don't know why I wanted to remove the drive so much, but I shouldn't have done that. And right now this thing can't even format a fucking 14 gigs drive. This is actually this is actually insane. Alright, trying something else, because I think my DPKG thing was just wrongly installed, or I don't know, package was outdated, no idea. Managed to find the fix on the forum, and if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna be running out of ideas soon. So hopefully this works. So now I actually managed to update my distro, which install new versions of the DPKG package that I need to install anything, so hopefully it'll work and we can finally finish this project, or at least the installation of the BIOS, which is like 1/3 of the project, but yeah, whatever. Alright, so let's get started deassembling again. So I'm gonna do this with the phone. You remove that. It's gonna stay like over there. Better not fuck itself up, because I'm done buying parts. And now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna remove the keyboard. I'll reinstall it later. I don't need it. I'm just gonna turn this thing off. There you go. Remove the power plug. Fuck. Remove that. Doesn't work anyways. Remove the keyboard. Go put it with the other thing. And yeah, that's the CMOS battery. I tried to remove. No fixes there. I'm gonna have to redo everything. I'm gonna have to remove everything. I did it once, I'm gonna do it again. Alright, give me a minute. So, I have no idea how this thing is gonna look once I'm gonna be finished with it, but if it even works, because I've been so fucking rough with it. I hate, like, the upper casing, like, I know you're not supposed to access it, but fuck whoever made the connective shield or whatever the fuck that is. This metal fucking piece of shit. I had to destroy the whole fucking base cover because some hidden bullshit fucking screw was just, like, it couldn't just fuck off, you know. I had to tear it off all the fucking way. Okay, now the BIOS chip, it's this one, alright? You have your two little things, and then you have this huge bowl mask that has never been used, and this is the chip we're looking for. It's an 8-pin chip. It's the U200. Yeah, like, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. It's right there. What I'm gonna have to do is short the pins. Now I need to know exactly which ones to short. And if this thing even turns on, it's a miracle of fucking life. So the ones we're looking for, the pins we're looking for, are the two bottom ones on the right bottom. So according to my documentation, it's the SCL and SDA pins. So now I'm gonna have to... It's gonna be such a pain. I'm gonna have to press power button F1 and then short these two for it to work. But I'll let you judge by the state of the ThinkPad that it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Why didn't they fucking put it right fucking there? Like, there's so much space, right? Fuck! We are gonna try to at least reconnect the keyboard. Where the fuck is that? We're gonna reconnect the keyboard quickly. So at least the connectors are not fucking annoying, or else I wouldn't even have tried. Right, so we have this boot messenger. What I'm gonna have to do is, while powering it on, press F1, so that means my finger are most likely be like that, and then shunt the fucking... Yeah, the drive is... Yeah, just fuck off, you know what? At this point, I'm just done with it. I'm extremely angry. And I mean, I'm extremely angry. I hate this fucking casing. I hate it so much. So I'm gonna do a few attempts of this, because it's gonna anger me. I just know it. I'm gonna do a few attempts. Yeah, we're gonna turn this off. So, I'm gonna take my trustiest... Where the fuck is that thing? Shit, I didn't record it on camera, but I did it! I actually managed to fucking short this fucking security BIOS EEPROM bullshit fucking thing. Fuck. Oh man. I thought I was gonna have to literally buy a new motherboard, and now I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can't. But I managed to boot. So cool. But I still cannot, for the life of me, fucking... See, I cannot... I managed to access BIOS, but I couldn't change anything. That was anticlimactic. That was bad. That was so bad. It's gonna lock me up again, I believe. How much do you want to bet on that? That I'm gonna get locked up again. What the fuck is it even doing now? Oh, it's just booting, alright. Yeah, it's looking for a drive. This is good enough. I mean, I unlocked it somehow. I mean, it's kind of what it means. I unlocked it. This thing is never gonna be the same ever again. This is never gonna be the same computer ever again, I can assure you that. Thing is so done for. I'm gonna have to try and it might heat up because I just torn the whole thing apart. At this point I don't care at all. I was just fed up with it. It just pissed me off. If it wasn't getting unlocked, it would have been getting disassembled anyways. So that's a better thing for it. It's doing the good thing for itself. It's saving itself basically. It's saving itself because this thing was gonna get fucked up so much. It had no idea. Alright, let's try and reboot that thing again. I have Puppy Linux on the thing, so hopefully it's gonna boot onto it. Mediatus failure. Oh. Oh fuck. Yeah. Yeah, it's the grub. I think I fucked up my installation. I'm gonna try one more time, but I think I fucked it up. Let's try. Can I access the boot? Now I can. See this? I couldn't do it before. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna reinstall it again. That's still crazy how sturdy some things can be. Like, look at this poor guy. You would think like this is like fairly okay condition, and you're like, oh my. Well, I need to do this. Oh my god, it's my new ThinkPad. Wow, it's in such good condition. Oh, would you look at that extra airflow? Oh, would you look at that? Better maniability, right? Better handling. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's for quick swapping the RAM. That's so high tech. Oh my god, a disk drive? Oh, of course it works. Of course it works. Like, I mean, that's very good. Like, oh, my fan is touching the table. No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. Oh, you want me to show you my PowerPoint, Sandra? Okay, I'm gonna show you my PowerPoint. You're gonna see all the great sales I've been making. All the great sales I've been making. Oh man, I'm making so much money just refurbishing ThinkPads. I'm gonna show you this right away on this computer refurbished. See, it still works, and I'm not secure blocked, supposedly. Wanna see that? Yeah. Well, I kinda am, but now I'm able to use the computer. All I had to do was fucking destroy it from the inside. But now I can't do stuff. Look at this, it's the fucking device list. That's so fucking cool. So, I managed to completely erase the disk, finally, and I booted onto Windows 7 Integral Edition, or Legacy Edition, I don't know what it's called. But I have a problem. The Middleton BIOS has to be run on a 32 bits environment, and the Windows 7 that I have is 64 bits. So I'm gonna have to burn it into a disk to be able to run it on my 64-bit environment. Or else it's not gonna work. I have the CD ready. It's right there. I just need to make the drive work, or I'll just USB plug this one. Alright, so I finally managed to install a 30-bit version of Windows 7, and now I'm gonna show you how to finally boot into update your BIOS with Middleton. So you will have your two first files. You'll have to rename them. The first one into bios.rom, This is gonna be what we're gonna use to boot. And the second one will be called platform.bin. Make sure to change the type of files so that it's a bin file and AROM. Now I'm gonna use WinFlash and I'm gonna run it as administrator, or otherwise it might not work. You'll get an error message. Then make sure to go into the second one, the second browse option, and choose BIOS.rom and make Flash BIOS. Should take a minute. And there it is. It's installing the new version onto the chip. And I'll see you once it's done. Alright, now it's gonna restart automatically. And we should be good to go. If it doesn't, then I'll just restart myself. Oh, there it goes. And now you can upgrade your CPU, and you could initially add up to 8 gigs of RAM, but 5 gigs of RAM in DDR2 is really hard to find. It's really expensive. So I'll stick with 4 for now. Or I don't know how much I have in this one. How much do I have? I don't remember. And it should work just fine. It took me quite a long time because of the OS. Had to figure out how to get it working, because I couldn't boot from a CD. There's an option, but it doesn't work. And now you are also able to use an SSD so that it can be way faster, which is what I'm gonna try and install now. So here I have an SSD. I'm gonna have to reformat it to NTFS and install Windows 7 back on it. You can install pretty much whatever you want. Maybe not Windows 10 or 11. Certainly not 11. 10 might work. So I'll show you. This is the thing that I use for my discs. It's like a disk station. It takes HDD 2.5 and 3.5, and I don't use this one because it uses Linux, but I'm gonna use this one that has Windows, because for some reason I cannot properly burn ISO image with what I have on the other computer. So I'll do that right now. You can also use a USB stick, but I like to do it on the hard drive better for my computer, because the USBs are sometimes not responsive. So I'll fire up this one. I'll show you how to do that. So now you're gonna go on this software that's called Rufus. You can download it pretty easily on their website, and so I'm gonna have to restart it for it to recognize my drive. I'm assuming if you want to install Middleton, then you know how to use Rufus and burn OS images already, but just in case, I'll show you how, because I'll have to do it anyways. usually people do it from their disks. So if you do it the way I do it, make sure to check list USB disks, because it recognizes my dock as a USB. So this drive apparently has not been formatted, so I'm gonna do that right now. So that's this one. Alright, so now it's formatted in NTFS. That's the one, that's the one down there. I had to use a freeware because for some reason I just couldn't get rid of the partitions, and I don't like that. So now that it's formatted, let's go back to Rufus. Okay, so this is my disk, and now I'm gonna select my Windows 7 ISO. You can install you can install 32 or 64 now that you have Middleton. It'll take up any 64 architecture ISO without any complaints. So I'm gonna try with Windows 7 Ultimate Edition, and now, so now you're not forced to use BIOS. You can use UEFI. You don't have any limitation on that anymore. Make sure everything is correct, and you can. It might give you some error message, but in the end it works. And you can see the drive being filled with the files for Windows. So I'm gonna wait a few seconds and I'll show you how it can work. Alright, so now it's done. I'm gonna get my SSD back. Now you just slide your hard drive off and put in the new SSD. So now an SSD is a bit thinner than a hard drive, so you'll have to position it this way, and you can have a bit of trouble putting it in. You can just use like a piece of cardboard and momentarily, if you don't have like a rack. I'm gonna put this on for now. Let's see if it. So now I'll reinstall this. You can see my computer is pretty scuffed. That's from being retarded and not knowing what to do with your hands. That's the purest form of retardation you can display, so yeah. Don't be a fucking moron and take your time and stop being fucking dumb. I don't know how to speak English anyway. So let's try it. I'm not even sure if I plugged it in all the way. Yeah, okay, it worked. So now I'll install Windows 7 and you'll see that it's already a bit faster. And this is a 64-bit Windows. And I'll have to install that thing back again. I think I can just slide it in. It's fully like... yeah. You can just open it up. I'll do that. I don't want to make more of a mess than I already did, but this is how you install Middleton BIOS. If you're a moron. If you're not, then it'll be way quicker and not as much hassle as I has to go through. But this is how I did it, and you know, it's done now. Hope you enjoyed this mess, and I'll see you in another video.